Well, hello, and Merry Christmas. And I just want to say happy holidays to you. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. And for those of you who don't celebrate holidays, let this be a celebratory time for you spending time with friends, family, and loved ones. Hi, I'm Dr. Grace Patterson, affectionately known as Dr. Grace, your favorite MD from the D. I am a Tavian proud day oneer. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing a man and a woman that is near and dear to my heart, the Lloyds. Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd will be speaking to us tonight. I call it the presidential address of the season. I'm super duper excited. Hello, those of you that are chiming in, please like, invite, and share. I just want to say when I first heard about this business and had an opportunity to meet the owners personally, what really touched my heart about this man and woman is that they have a heart to help. Most people measure people by what they have in their bank account, but I tell you, success is truly measured by not only what you have monetarily, but what you have in your heart and your heart to help others. And without further ado, Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd, the founder of Tava.
Hey, Dr. Grace, how you doing?
I'm doing great, sir.
Listen, I know some of y'all out here looking at Dr. Grace and say, Dr. Grace has a new look. I'm telling you, it's a good holiday look, too. A good look. Thank you very much, Dr. Grace. I appreciate you. Hey, and good evening, everybody. Listen, I appreciate everybody for getting on. You know, it seems like, man, it's been a long time since I've talked to you guys, but I want to tell you, large in part because we've been in the lab, okay? And this is not one of these Zooms or one of these late night conversations where we're talking about, we're going to be, this is what we want to do next year in the works, and we're hopeful that it's not one of those. But first of all, let me say this before I continue. Let me say happy holidays to everybody. I know this is a time where many of you all are going to be traveling. Many of you all have people traveling in, time where families going to get together. Man, I wish that each and every one of you all really enjoy the peace, joy, and laughter of the holiday and really get into the spirit. I'm very excited. This is my favorite time of the year. Every year I was telling Dr. Grace that Shantae and I, we host probably about 70 people over for Christmas dinner, but it's like 3 or 4 generations of family. Shantae's family primarily. My brother comes over, but Shantae has a huge family, and it's a beautiful thing to see the different generations, see people grow up and now they become adults and they have children, because Sean and I, we've been together for 19, 20, going on 20 years. So a lot of her cousins, when I first met them, they were younger and they were kids, but I've seen them grow up now, and they have children. So man, it's a beautiful thing for everybody to fly in. So I wish you all happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and I'll get to New Year's a little later. Okay, so let's talk about my silence. I really have been a little quiet because, man, we have been very busy. Okay, and like I had some really big goals going into the new year, and when because always retrospective, right? But not for me, not lately. I'm looking forward, not where we've been, not the things we've been through, but what we're about to go through. And what we're about to go through is a major, major, major change. And when I say that we're going to be bigger, we're going to be expanding our horizons. When I say, the boundaries of where we do business, uh, we're going to be much more competitive. We haven't been very competitive in the past, so you have people that, calling, trying to poach your people. I'm going to tell you now, we're going to be formidable. We're going to be much more competitive going into the to 2024. I'm talking about like immediately 2024, because I'm going to share some things, but on January the 1st at 8 p.m. again, I do the big reveal of everything I'm going to share with you now, because we have been very, very big. We have been in the lab, and the biggest thing that we have been trying to figure out is how can we make Tava? What can we do for the people of Tava that really believe in us, like Dr. Grace, that have been day one, that have hung in there with us? What can we do to restore the excitement that we had in year one? What can we do to make the opportunity be more attractive to people? You know, what can we do to have to be bigger, to play bigger? You know, and the answers are this, and here's the solutions. And we, I mean, we've been working on a solution. I'm not just telling you what is because if you really like, if you look behind me right now, this right here is a linen napkin that I have with L on it right there. Underneath that linen napkin are 6 brand new products. Not that we are thinking about doing, 6 brand new products that beginning January 1, we will have access to. And when I say that they are some incredible products, one that I will call a unicorn product. So the big reveal for these products is going to be on January 1 at 8 p.m. We got 6 new products. How about this? How about we are also operating in 6 or 7, could be 7 new countries now. We'll be in Mexico, in South America. We'll be in South Africa. We'll be in Asia. You know, I mean, like we're going to be in some, we'll be in the Caribbean. We're going to be in some of. We've expanded our horizon. So what we've done is now open up some floodgates. And what is that going to do? The new products, the international expansion is going to allow us to track new leadership to come here because that's the lifeblood of any network marketing company. The ability to attract new leadership and new energy, you know, to your company. And that's what we've been working on. And then also we want to make it more fun, you know. So in doing this now, man, listen, we're going to have events planned. You know, there's a lot of things that we're going to do and that's going to really make this happen. And why is this important to me? Because I'll tell you the truth. Like when I talk about this year, yeah, you know, I said I wasn't going to do, you know, retrospective, but this was probably one of our toughest year because, you know, I was forced to get rid of some people. Some people left, and you know, and whenever things like that happen, it's always tough because some of the people were here day one, but it's all right because it happens. But this year was kind of tough on me, and it was tough on me mentally, you know, because I'm always thinking, what could I have done better? You know, what could I have done better? What could I have done bigger? What could I have done? But I figured it out, you know. So last year, I mean, 2023 is almost gone. We're embarking on 24. So fortunately, I figured it out. And I think the moves and things I just shared with you, we're going to have a whole new look. I mean, for when I say a whole new look, whole new branding, whole new look. And I'm going to introduce it to you on the first. All right. It's not going to be one of those things where I say March on the first that night. I'm going to introduce, you're going to see the big reveal of the direction that we're going in. You're going to see the products. You're going to find out what countries we're operating in. We're going to talk about our marketing strategy from day one on. Okay. This is important to me because I also want to share with you guys that I just turned 65 this year. And I have given this industry, you know, I've been in the industry now since 2009, you know, and I've given this, you know, like I've given a lot of me. Shante and I, man, we have given a lot of us. But I will say again, underneath here, I did say that one time, and no, I'm not going to give any peekaboos, but underneath here are the branded products. All right. Underneath this, and I'm not going to do any peekaboos, nothing, but I promise you that right under here are the products. But I will do the reveal on the first, along with the countries. But getting back to what I was saying, you know, and you know, we've had a great run in this industry. This industry has been amazing to us. You know, I didn't get started in the industry until I was 50 years old. Artists International. We joined that company. And we found our purpose. Shantae and I both, we found each other and we found our purpose. And man, I mean, we went from this really, our stories from broke as hell to living well. And we did. We made a tremendous amount of money in that company and met some tremendous people, because everything I tell you is really about relationships, right? Then we joined, like, what we joined? We joined TLC, and we had a tremendous run with TLC. Worked with some great people, you know. Uh, worked with a CEO named Jack Fallon. Man, had a great run with him, with Stormy and some other people. We just had a great time, and it was a great time, right? But then at that point, I elevated, went from an artist, a distributor, elevated to a VP of sales, and then into ownership. And the thing is that Sean and I are saying that, like at you don't see many people at 65 really running in this industry. You just don't. The bad thing about this industry is that when people that have had positive and impactful influences over a lot of people, that help people change their life and their perspective on life, and because it's not all monetary. Like, a lot of people join network marketing and they don't have the intention with just making money. They just need the social interaction. They need to be a part of something, and that's important to a lot of people. And that's when I said that, the people that really do the best in this industry, they recognize the real human aspect of this business. That everybody's not in it to make money, and everybody doesn't have the desire to make. The people that are in it for the money don't always have a desire to make 100, 200, 300,000. Most people would just be good if they could just make enough money to, to $500 or $600, man. Because $500 or $600 a month, man, that's great extra money, because you're talking about paying some bills. So everybody doesn't have that desire. You have to know who those people are. But Sean and I we feel like we have really served this industry very well. We've blessed a lot of people, and a lot of people have blessed us. I've been blessed by some of the best, since we've been in the industry. And so many times, like I say, man, people just, they put in their body of work in this industry, and then, like the great elephants of Africa, they just wander off by themselves and they just disappear, die off, and nobody even recognizes them. Nobody pays any homage. Nobody acknowledges what those people have done for the industry, and it's really a sad thing. And so Sean and I, we have plans, but I got what I'm calling a 3-year run. And then I'm gonna do something that many people aren't able to do, because I really want to be my last example I want to make in this industry. The last thing I really want to do is show people that you can retire in network marketing. You just have to handle your money correctly, but you can retire. As Dr. Grace and I was saying, you can retire. You just have to handle your money well, and you just have to know how not to succumb to the fake imagery. Like, when I say fake imagery, you have a lot of people that always want to present the image that they're always winning, that they've never taken a loss, they're never going through a hard stretch, they're never going through hard times, they've never failed. And there are a lot of people in this industry that spend a tremendous amount of money keeping that imagery up. And that kind of imagery is the kind of imagery that will prevent you from ever being able to retire. It's the kind of imagery that has people going from company to company to company, and they have to go to another company and get a deal because they're broke when they leave the company that they're with, because they mishandled their money. And don't get me wrong, I have been one of those people too, for real. But and you learn as you age, you acquire wisdom. And the wisdom that I have acquired is that things are unimportant. What's important is peace and freedom. And I think they go hand in hand. So what I'm on is my freedom run. And I'm on a 3-year run, on a freedom run to freedom. I think that freedom, when you think about it, freedom is a place, it's a feeling that makes you happy. because freedom is different to everybody else. But if I really had to think, what does it mean universally? And when I think about freedom, man, and peace and happiness and freedom, for me, it's like the moments when I'm on vacation with my family and friends, and we're at a beautiful place, man, and I'm laying by the pool and I'm smoking a cigar and laughing with family and friends and just watching my children and being grateful that we were able to afford it. Man, that is freedom to me. And that is the kind of freedom that when those 7 days are up, that I say to myself, man, I wish I could do it for 7 more days, but I didn't have the freedom to do it because I have the responsibilities, right? The freedom of some people, when they run, they feel free. Some people, like freedom, like I say, if you really think about in your lifetime, a moment, a time frame that you were very happy, you had peace, man, that's what freedom is. And how do you get it consistently? You get it consistently by making some decisions. Like, what is important to you? Are things important, or is handling your money correctly so you could just enjoy a quality of life and be able to do the things, recreate the things on a consistent basis that made you happy? You know, I would love that in the 3 years that I would be able to travel around and take my family to different spots, every quarter and just be happy on a consistent basis. I would love to be able to sit by my pool and sit on my yacht and just smoke cigars and invite people to come out and share with them how to have peace and happiness. How to find, how to have that run, right? So how to be free. And so that's what we're on. Now, the great thing about that is that for these 3 years, I'm running, right? See, I'm not running by myself. It's not just about me because I want to take some people with me because that will be the greatest thing for me in turn regarding like ending my story in network marketing. My story will end with me saying, and I helped on my run 100, 200 people find freedom along with me, even though freedom is scaled differently. Everybody's, like I say, freedom doesn't mean you have to be rich. It just means that, man, I don't care if you have a 3-bedroom house, with a nice yard. You could dig, but this thing, you don't have to work. You can do what you want to do. That's freedom. But that freedom comes with a price. And I'm going to make sure on this 3-year run that the people that run with me, I promise you, I'm going to teach you not only how to make the money, but how to handle the money so you can be free. It's going to be, listen, I'm very serious, man. Like, I don't know if some of you all have been with me, but I'm going to run like I was running in the field. And I just want to be happy doing it. I want to enjoy it. See, I have an end game. And I think that when you have a goal, an end game, it gives you purpose to run. Because sometimes, man, people lose sight of a purpose, their why. So what I want to do, I want to challenge everybody because I was taught this, and this has served me well in my later years. I was taught this in my early 50s when I first started network marketing. That is a principle, and it's talk about the universe. That what you put into the universe is what you get back. So the thing is, the problem with that is if you put disbelief into the universe, what you want is you're never going to get it. If you put doubt, if you put hatred, you get what you put into the universe. But if you focus solely on what does freedom look like to you, what place in time, what do you do on an inconsistent basis? What do you do that makes you happy and gives you peace and enjoyment? Because that's your freedom space. I think what you have to do, I want to challenge you because Shantae and I are going to do it. It's an exercise that we enjoy. We crack a bottle of wine, we put on some music and we laugh. We have this channel we put on that shows different upscale homes and real estate. Oh my God, man, it inspires me so much. So I want to challenge everybody to put together a freedom board. Like a lot of people call it a vision board, right? But a lot of people, it's just an exercise of futility because nobody follows through with it. Because when I put together my vision board, I put it someplace that I could see it every day. So I would take a picture of it and put it in my mirror in my bathroom every day. And it's what would motivate me when I wasn't motivated, when it was rainy, when it was cold, when I wasn't feeling good, when I was down, when things were tough. I would look at that and it would inspire me. Shantae would look at it because it was a combination of what I wanted and what she wanted. And so she and I, beginning next week, next Wednesday, we're going to start taking some time out every night. We're going to take an hour every night and we're going to work on our vision because we want it to be very clear, because we want to present a clear picture of what freedom looks like at the end of 3 years for us to the universe. And then we want to begin manifesting it, and manifesting it mentally, spiritually, and physically. Physically by putting in the work, because when I know what my vision is, there's a price to pay for that. There's a monetary price that is associated with that peace, that freedom. So once I know what that price is, I'm locked in because I know what I have to do to get it. And if I get it, it's because I did the things that I know to do. If I don't get it, it's because I didn't do the things that I'm supposed to do. And when you do the things that you're supposed to do, when you're locked in on your freedom, what freedom looks like to you, when you're locked in on it, man, nothing should get in your way of getting it, because it's up to you. It is completely up to you. I don't care if I'll tell you, we were laughing when I was in TLC, and I was telling them, I said, there's nothing that anybody could do to make me relinquish my money, do something stupid and lose my money. I said, I don't care if the CEO, Jack, got on the stage and introduced me as, let me introduce you to this BITCH. It wouldn't throw me, because all I would do was get the mic and say, you forgot to put rich on the front of it. I'm a rich BITCH. Because up here, I understand that there are people out here that want to derail you. There are people out here that have wished failure on me since I have been in this industry, but they won't derail me. I won't let them derail me. There have been things that have happened to me in different companies that I didn't like, different people that I had encounters with that I didn't like. No one person could run me out of my, get me off track to my freedom. Nobody. It's nothing that you could do, anybody here could do, anybody could do to make me get off track on my freedom run in these next 3 years. It's nothing. I don't care, because I'm much stronger mentally than to have somebody say something to me and I say, I didn't like what you said, so I'm gone. I didn't like what happened, so I'm gone. Can you ain't do what you said you want to do? Listen, I'm not letting that sway me or stop me. I know that by the end of next week, Shantae and I would be very clear on what freedom looks like to us, and we will attach the price for it. And once we attach the price to it, then we know what we have to do based on the compensation plan to make it happen. And we're going to do it, because anytime that we've ever done it, we've never not done it, because we're mentally, physically, spiritually tough. Now, maybe on the physical aspect, but I'm going to work that out too. I promise you, I'm committed to some changes, because I hit 65 and I understand that how I live in these next 5 years are going to determine the quality of life I have in my 70s. And I want to be fit. I want to enjoy being on that yacht. I want to enjoy, bringing my family and children and their wives and children on the yacht. I want to enjoy that. I don't want to be on there with an oxygen mask and a walker. I don't want that. No. So I want to invite you all to join me, reconvene on January 1 at 8 p.m. And I am going to do the reveal and everything. I'm going to reveal the products. I'm going to reveal the countries, and I'm going to reveal the marketing plan. Okay. And I'm telling you, if you want to be a part, I don't want anybody to hit me in the messages and say, I want to be a part. I don't want to hear it. What if you really want to be a part by the 26th, I want to see, email me, text me your vision board, your freedom board. Text it to me. If you're serious, that's the first thing, because I'm going to have ours by the 26th. So by the 26th, if you're serious, text me or send it to Michelle your freedom board. Because once you do that, once I can see what freedom looks like to you, then I can show you how to, again, you have to say, this is what freedom looks like, and here's the price that it's going to cost. So what does that mean, the price? If I want a yacht, I know, okay, what is the price? This is exactly what I want in the yacht. This is how I want it to look, how many rooms, and this is the one I want. And this is what is priced. So this is what I want, right? This is where I want to dock it. I want to dock it here in this country right here, because the fees are not as expensive as it is in Miami. Okay. And then this is what I want to name it. And this is what color I want it to be. And this is what I want the entertainment area to look like. All of that. I mean, to the T. I want this and we want that. And this is what it's going to cost to have that. And based on that, that's my plan. I know what the compensation plan is now. It is about me getting, and so I can't help you if I don't know. I don't want to hear it from you. I want to see it. Because if I see it, and then you have a spreadsheet on the side of it that because I would put on the front, I would put the vision on the back, I would put on there, what's it going to cost? What's the price for this freedom? And I would do this by the 26th, for real. And if you start doing it by the 26th and putting it into the universe, you're getting off to a good start going into the new year. This is not just some exercise I'm giving you that like everybody talks about vision board. I said a freedom board. And I said that if those of you who really run with me, I promise you, I can't achieve freedom without some of you all achieving freedom with me. I cannot in 3 years achieve freedom, my freedom. I can't do it without you. So I've got to take some of you all with me, and I'm going to. It's just, who has it in them? Who has it? Who has it in them to fight for the freedom that you want in your mind, in your head? What freedom looks like to you? Do you have the courage to fight for it and do it? Because if you do, you got me for 3 years, and I'm running. And after 3 years, I am putting everybody on notice formally that Kenny and Shantae will be sailing off to the sunset. Okay? We'll be sailing off, but we will meet you and greet you. We will see you. We will invite you out. But beginning January 1, the gun goes off and the run to freedom begins. And if you want to be a part, send somebody what freedom looks like to you so we know how to help you. Okay? So once again, I want to say this, that I appreciate everybody more than you know, because the majority of you all that are here now, you all are here because of the product. The products work. The new products that we have, they're going to be like, you're going to love them, because there's some of the things that you all have been asking for. No, I know Beauty probably going to call me when the phone's over. Janella probably going to call me. Don't y'all call me, because I'm not spilling the beans. I promise you. Okay. I know the people that are going to call me. Don't call, because I'm not going to tell y'all. I don't care how you try to work me. Okay. So, but the products are incredible. The marketing plan moving into the new countries. Some of you all have contacts, some of you don't, but some of you do. So I'm very excited about the first. It's just we have a few more pieces, because it could be it could be a seventh and eighth product too. It's a possibility, because we're working on a couple of things. And You all should be excited about that because I've heard people say we need new products. Yeah, and I get that. For real, for real. I might say, man, this is working we have until no, no. Let me give you what you need. And let me give you something that's going to make you excited again. Let me give you something that's going to make your team excited again. And for real, if I were you all, I would be thinking about some people who were with me, who left me, and I would be calling them and I would be getting them on that call on the 1st at 8 p.m. when I do the reveal, because I guarantee you that there are going to be a lot of new faces here. There are going to be a lot of new faces, a lot of new people coming. And you got to know, I know you don't think I'm going to place some people under somebody who's not doing anything. I'm telling you now, the moment people see that I'm not BSing and they see us do the reveal on the 1st, I promise you, and there's some new development I'm not even going to tell you about. I promise you that my phone is going to be ringing off of the hook, because there's one other thing that I'm not even going to share that I'm working on, because I can't share it now, that I'm working on. I promise you, when I say it, my phone is going to be ringing off of the hook. So I would right now work on what freedom looks like to you. It should be exercise that you do for real, because again, if you really believe that what you put into the universe is what you get, if you put an unclear picture, it's going to be unclear to the universe, and it's going to come back crazy. If you put exactly what you want, you can't just say, I want this. You got to say, I want it to look like this. I want this room. Like, I'm for real. Like, if you want a house, you can't say, I just want a house. I want a house, and I want it in this area. I want it in this zip code. I want the house to look like this. I want the house to look like, and let's be real. Go in that area and see what the houses look like, because you can say, I want a house that goes in this neighborhood that deed restrictions won't allow that house. So if you know what area you want to live in, go pick a home out. Go inside and look. Know how you want to decorate it. Know what your backyard is going to look like. Give the universe a full picture of what your freedom looks like, what your dream looks like, because that's what Shantae and I are going to be doing. So I wanted to share that with you and let you know that we're not going into this year like we did last year. We're going in strong. I'm loading it up, baby. We're going in full Monty. We're going in it with the show. We got 5, 6 new ones, but we're going in with the possibility of 8 new products. And one of them is a unicorn, and something else that when I share, I promise you, people are going to be blowing the phones up. So start off with your freedom, with your freedom board. And for the 1st, you're going to see banners start to go out, because that is going to be the most important, the biggest Zoom that I've ever done since I've been in Tava's. Well, next to announcing that Tava is open for business, because that was the biggest one for me. But next to that one, this is going to be the biggest Zoom that I've ever done. You're going to see we're going to have a whole new look. We're going to be bigger, international expansion with anywhere from 6 to 8 new products, I promise you, that are going to be ready on the 1st. That given the 1st, maybe the 2nd, you'll be able to go and start buying those products. You heard it from me, directly from my mouth, the CEO, Kenny Lloyd. Stay tuned, okay? So if I don't talk to you all again, I want you all to have a Merry Christmas. Be careful out there in those parking lots. People are hurting right now. And this is when people get guns and knives and stuff, pulled on. So you all be careful out there, but enjoy this. And don't call me and ask me, hold on, let me see. You hear that, don't you? Yeah. Oh, that's a box there. That's a little bottle. That's a box. Couple bags. You got something. Oh, anyway, I see you trying to look through. I know some of y'all are going to screenshot it and try to look at it and see if you can see through it. But listen, I love you guys. And again, I appreciate you all, because again, you all that are on here, man, you all been with me since day one, and we've been through a lot. But you know what? That's par for the course, man. It's par for the course. And every move that we're making right now is for you guys, because I really don't want you all to have to be making excuses. I don't want your spirit to be dim. I should be enhancing your spirit. I want to enrich you. I want to enhance your spirit. And I want to put increase into your homes financially. And I know that we can do it now. So having said that, thank you all very much, man. I love you guys. And if you have any questions other than that, you can hit me up, okay? Other than what the product is and what countries we're in, because I'm not spilling the beans. Love you guys.